Welcome everybody, I am Meghna. Today I am going to explain you about Goods and Service Tax Act 2017, Introduction of Basic DNA of GST, Applicability and Mechanism of GST, the basic three concepts of GST, Understanding, Simplifying, Applying, that is called USA, Circle of Understanding Business, Master in GST in WH questions, International Practices in GST, Analysis of SCBI formula. Moving on to next point, that is introduction of GST. The goods and service tax is a comprehensive value added tax that is called VAT on the supply of the goods or services. It is levied and collected on value addition at each stage on supply of the goods or services or based on input tax credit method but without state boundaries. At every point the event of supply of the goods or services occurs, the value of supply is liable to GST. Its main objective is to combine all indirect tax levies into a single tax, thereby replacing multiple tax levies, overcoming the limitation of old indirect tax structure and creating efficiencies in tax administration. And next, as we observe the diagram, it shows about basic DNA of GST. GST is the destination based tax, value added tax, uniform single tax and transparent. In the next point, I am going to explain about applicability and mechanism of GST. GST rate levied on 4 persons: manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer and consumer. Manufacturer claims back GST through ITC on purchase of raw material. In the same way, the wholesaler claims back from manufacturer. Retailer avail ITC and claims back. Finally, ultimate burden to the consumer. Now let's understand, simplify and apply three concepts of GST. One nation, one tax, one market. As we observe, consumers will pay tax to the businessman. Businessman will collect and pay tax to the government. Government will get the tax from the businessman and it is the income to the government. Coming to next point, single identity. One nation, one tax, one market. Parties involved are customer, business and government. Business processes involved are manufacturing, trading and services. Factors of supply: time of supply, place of supply, value of supply. Calculation of tax liability: output tax, that is sales, minus input tax, that is purchases, is equal to GST payable. Now let me explain the types of GST returns: GST R1, GST R2 and GST R3B. Types of accounts: personal account, real account and nominal account. Business transactions: tax invoice, debit note and credit note. Ledgers in GST portal: tax liability ledger, electronic credit ledger and electronic cash ledger. Work classifications: employee, business and professional. Company management: marketing, accounts or finance, operations. Moving on to next point, circle of understanding of GST in business. Consumer, business, government. Consumer pays tax to the business, business pays tax to the government. And the tax which is collected from the business is income to the government. In a simplified manner, consumer pays tax to the government through business. Three processes of business: manufacturing, trading and service. Three branches of accountancy: cost accountancy, management accountancy and corporate accountancy. Two types of taxes: direct tax and indirect tax. Direct tax involves income tax and indirect tax involves GST. IGST, SGST and CGST are master in GST using WH questions. What is GST levied on? GST is levied on both goods and services. GST is based on where supply takes place, that is place of supply. GST is paid basis on when supply takes place, that is time of supply. How much the GST is levied on basis of tax rate, that is value of supply or ITC. GST is paid through persons, that is B2B, business to business, B2C, business to consumer and SCZ. Now let's know about international practices in GST. France was the first country to introduce this value added tax system in 1954, devised by public servant. It is internationally experienced that GST results in improvement of economic efficiency on account of the following. fostering a unified market across the country as GST is a destination based tax, lowering the tax rates as the tax base gets widened, bringing down the overall compliance cost of trade and industry, lowering the exemptions and keeping the value chain intact so that benefits of tax efficiency accrue to consumers of goods or services. Augmenting revenues on account of improved collection machinery, better enforcement using the inherent features of GST. The following diagram shows logical formula of ESBI. Basically, you start from employee and grow till investor. In the first stage, employee is the one who is working in a job, that is having a job and is dependent. Next, employee becomes independent. This is second stage and you have a own job. Next stage, you become business owner and you own your own business. At last, money works for you and become Next stage, you become business owner and own your own business. At last stage, money works for you, that is you become the investor. Thank you everyone for watching our video.